Introducing the all-new Citi Strata Elite, an all-new premium credit card that has just been released a few days ago and is sending shockwaves throughout the entire credit card world. Well, with this new card sporting a $595 annual fee undercutting some of the competition, introducing arguably one of the best airline transfer partners known to man, now allowing you to transfer your Citi points at one-to-one to American Airlines, and introducing airport lounge access, a bunch of credits, a bunch of multipliers, and on top of that, an all new credit card, the Citi Strata. But I don't think that the Citi Strata Elite is the main play here. I think it's actually a minor distraction from the greater point here. Because I would love to come on here and tell you that the Citi Strata Elite comes with a $600 annual fee. It's $200 more expensive than the Venture X and $200 cheaper than the Sapphire Reserve, and gives you a ton of different benefits and credits and coupons that everybody wants to know. Is it comparable to the Sapphire Reserve? Is it comparable to the Capital One Venture X? I can honestly tell you by going through all of the math that no, I don't think so. I think the usable credits on this card are actually very good and very generous, but I actually think the credits that come along those other two credit cards are a little bit more valuable than what you might get with the Citi Strata Elite, but we're kind of missing the main point here. The main point is the huge bombshell that was dropped when these cards dropped, which was the points transfer to American Airlines. We could see it right here. It's on their actual website, AA Advantage program. You can now transfer points from the Citi Strata Elite, the one that was just released, the Citi Prestige that has since been expired and has been discontinued for many years. And would you look at that? The Citi Strata Premier. And I think this is getting really kind of slept on amidst all of the craze amongst the Strata Elite because, oh, it's a premium credit card, lounge access. Citi's getting into the whole premium card market. Well, I gotta tell you, I think most of us are already fed up with this kind of level of marketing. I don't think it's controversial at this point to state that we don't need another premium credit card. I mean, if it came out and had outstanding benefits and credits, yeah, we would be all over it. But it's just another card that comes with credits and a small amount of lounge access. Well, I guess Priority Pass on this is definitely better than Venture X because you could actually get 2 guests in for free with a primary card holder, and the Venture X no longer can since the recent devaluation. But the amount of lounge access that you get with these cards are pretty much lackluster, and more credits and benefits to allow you to overspend more and more often. But what's going under the radar is the Citi Strata Premier has now just been supercharged in being one of the most powerful cards, if not the most powerful card of its kind in all of the credit card world. Let me explain. Because the Citi Strata Premier right now has a $95 annual fee. And you may not have ever realized, but the multipliers that you can earn on the said card pretty much blow every other card, even with annual fees, out of the water. I mean, look for an example. You can earn 10x back on hotels, car rentals, and attractions on citytravel.com. The new Sapphire Reserve, which is, mind you, $700 in annual fees more than the Citi Strata Premier, gives you just 8x back on all travel through Chase's travel portal. Now, missing the flight category, okay, cool, but at least for hotels and car rentals, you're actually getting 2x back more on the Citi Strata Premier than you would on the $795 reserve. But it doesn't just end there, because if you want to book some air travel or other hotel purchases, this could be literally directly with the airline. You want to fly Delta, go on delta.com, pay with your Strata Premier, and or go book a Hilton hotel on Hilton.com, yes, you're going to be getting 3x back on all those purchases. Sapphire Reserve only gets 1x more points per dollar spent for those exact same categories. For mind you, again, a $700 plus more annual fee. Dining is 3x back on the Sapphire Reserve. Well, who cares? Because you also get 3x back on restaurants. But you know what the Sapphire Reserve doesn't give you? Nothing that has to do with groceries. In fact, even the Sapphire Preferred, which would be the counterpart to the Strata Premier, $95 annual fee, doesn't even come with its own general grocery category. It has an online grocery category. Well, the Citi Strata Premier also gets 3x back on all supermarket spend. But again, it doesn't just end there, because then you also get 3x back on gas and EV charging stations. And me with the Tesla, that would actually be infinitely more valuable. These cards, like the Sapphire Reserve or the Sapphire Preferred, have no actual category towards this whatsoever. But let's take it a step further and talk about the Amex Gold card, right? This has always been regarded as the food card. Okay, well, you're going to be getting 4x back on restaurants, so 1x more than the Strata Premier, 4x back on groceries, 1 more than the Strata Premier. same on flights, and less on actual hotel. And how much do you have to pay to get that additional 1x multiplier? Well, yeah, $325, where again, we're trying to get away from the couponization, the creditization of all of these different credit cards. So I'm just like, man, if there was one card that you can get that can pretty much cover all of your daily life categories and even all travel categories, I mean, it's the City Strata Premier. And the fact that you can turn all of these points that you can earn 10x back, 3x back, 3x back, all of that can now also be converted to American Airlines miles. I mean, now you're no longer just earning 3x thank you points. Now it's 3x per dollar spent AA miles, which is infinitely more powerful. And of course, barring devaluations, this is always going to happen. It's always going to be the life cycle of things. But at least for right now, if you can make hay while the sun's shining, the Strata Premier is kind of like the way to go. And it doesn't just end there because, like I said, some of you may not know, but when you have credit cards like the Citi Custom Cash, you can earn 5% back on all of your eligible top spend categories. So it's $500 every single month as a cap, so $6,000 every single year. And all of that is typically earned in just cashback. I believe they also have transfer partners, but it's very limited. It's only a few of them. But when you have the Citi Strata Premier, you can take all of the cash back earned on your custom cash and transfer it over to your Strata Premier, which means you're not just getting 5% cash back in your top spend categories anymore. No, you actually could be earning 5x American Airlines miles per dollar spent just by earning in cash back via the custom cash and transferring it over to your Strata Premier to multiply for these said transfer partners. To which Umbreon also noted that each Citi custom cash, this card right here, technically is worth about 30,000 American Airlines miles every single year because it's 6,000 to spend, 5% back, $300 in cash back equals 30,000 American Airlines miles when converted over to your Strata Premier. And so for every custom cash that you can earn, you're basically guaranteeing yourself a economy flight to Europe, one-way ticket, something like that. And I have talked about many videos the power of AA and being able to take, 30 to 60,000 and fly anywhere from economy to business class to almost anywhere in the world. Show that many times. And so that's where you can really multiply the value here, especially for those of you folks who have been able to accumulate multiple custom caches, earning 5% back on all of your categories every single month. I mean, the possibilities are absolutely endless when multiplied by the Strata Premier. And so while it does have just that $95 annual fee, it unlocks the ability to have all of these different transfer partners. So it's not just AA. Citi also has, I believe, 13 different transfer partners that overlap with the other ecosystems like Capital One, Citi, and Chase. Like, for an example, they all have Aeromexico. A lot of them have Avianca. A lot of them have Cathay Pacific, Choice Hotels. All of them have Emirates, Etihad, Ava Air, Flying Blue, JetBlue, Qantas, Turkish for crying out loud, and even Virgin, which so many people actually transfer the points to for some awesome business class tickets to Europe. And they just have an insane amount of transfer partners that I think have been slept on for many years, myself included, have slept on them. And I'm just realizing, like, if you just go through and look at all of the overlap between every single program, you'll actually see that Citi shares so many different transfer partners that you're really not missing much outside of the occasional, if you have Amex points, okay, you have ANA and you can get some ANA flights with that. Okay, cool. Yes, you're going to have some sweet spots. And I've noticed that a lot of this kind of hinges on the transfer partners for hotels specifically. Like, for an example, like Amex kind of has Hilton on lock. Chase has Hyatt. Citi has I Prefer. So they all have their own kind of sweet spots for hotel partners. And we've talked about just how powerful I Prefer is with Citi. And so while, yes, I do think the Citi Strata Elite is a decent card, but at least for me, I'm not making up that annual fee on all the credits that come along with this card. And while the multipliers are okay, like 12x back versus the 10x back on the Premier or 6x back on travel, so it's a few points per dollar spent there, 6x back on dining on city nights, Friday and Saturday night, where I'm a home alone and I'm recording videos for YouTube, you guys are partying it up and getting 6x back. Like, I think that's pretty powerful. And the 1.5x on everything else that no other premium card has. But I just feel like I could save that $500. I can kind of go with my Strata Premier and have a card that's more powerful than the Amex Gold card, the Sapphire Preferred, and heck, even the Sapphire Reserve if we're talking just earnings multipliers. And so, yes, I think with the Strata Elite, they've actually become a real big player in the whole points of miles game because now Citi can actually play in the premium card market and people can do their own due diligence on whether or not these credits are better for them. Not saying these are bad credits, but I just did the math on it and on overpriced hotels or overpriced services and just exactly how much more I would be spending and opportunity costs on another card and what have you. I really do think the Strata Elite is a good card, but it's not the best card. But that's not the main reason why everybody loved Citi launching this card because, well, one, yes, they can be a premium player, but the main value prop was that they had the ability to transfer to American Airlines. And I'm just like, well, instead of fussing about, as I've been saying for so long, the small money, the credits, the coupons that come along, all these different credit cards. I mean, let's just go right to the source. That being the Citi American Airlines credit cards that I actually just applied for recently and was denied. But for a limited time right now, you could earn 80,000 American Airlines miles after $3,500 worth of spend in the first 4 months. And heck, don't even stop there. If you want to get the AA business card as well, it's another 65,000 points after 4K spend the first 4 months. And well, why not just continue going? Because we know that this card is going to be discontinued very likely in the not so distant future now that Citi is changing a lot of things on the back end with AA and now being the sole issuer of American Airlines cards. Heck, pick up another Barclays card, get another 50,000 AA miles. And this way, you don't really have to fuss about with the Citi Strata Elite $600 annual fee and another checklist of things to kind of keep track of over time that, let's be honest, things that you were likely never going to spend money on in the first place. And I'm not downplaying this card. I think it's actually pretty decent. But if the goal is American Airlines, let's just get some Citi American Airlines mile cards. Absolutely. And then at that point, once you run out of more AA miles, you could just pick up the Strata Premier and combo that with the Citi Custom Cash. And hopefully you've already gotten multiple custom caches where you could be earning 5% back on $500 spend every single month, coupled with the Citi Strata Premier earning 3x back on multiple categories that you definitely spend money on every single day, every single week, every single month to funnel it all into a very powerful points program that is Citi. Once again, a advantage is what most people are interested in anyway. And matter of fact, our good friend Umbreon in the Discord actually did a poll recently going through who has the best overall ecosystem on earnings, transfer partners, and subs. This was a poll done in the free Discord that is linked down in the pinned comment below. And look who actually won. Citibank actually won, and I think for a good reason. Who did US Bank? That person's banned, but Citi actually did win in this case, and it's for a good reason, as we mentioned earlier. A lot of great transfer partners out there. And so when you couple one of the strongest airline programs for now, knock on wood, then you couple that with a card that is going to be exclusive with Citi only to earn a large sum of American Airlines miles. And then on top of that, you have cards like the Custom Cash and the Strata Premier that could pretty much out earn anything else in its class. I mean, you have a really powerful strategy here to earn not only just a great currency, a good airline partner, but also cards that have low maintenance and low annual fees with high earnings potential. Once again, without worrying about the stresses of the high annual fee cards like the Strata Elite, the Reserve, and the Venture X, even though Venture X I think is the easiest to justify out of all of them. And so that's why I think this is still so great for Citi because I think it all plays into their master plan. And I've outlined it in this video right here, talking about how they're dominating airlines with American Airlines, mind you, it happened. Hotel partner with I Prefer, show you the value of it in this video, and lounge access and being a real player in the premium travel space. So check out that video. I hope to see you there, and I appreciate every single one of you. Take care, keep traveling, and have fun. Bye-bye.